guys, thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your day with me here watching my video. I really do appreciate it so much. I would love for you to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed so you can be notified when I upload new videos. So this video is going to be a long one. I'm just going to put it out there right now, so if you are not interested or you don't have the time, you can just kind of X out or save it for later, but it is going to be a long video. I wanted to split this into 2 videos, but honestly, I just don't have any time in January because my video uploading schedule is already so full. So I hope you guys don't mind that I'm combining it into one video. So many of you guys have been asking for both of these videos, so I'm excited to share with you guys. So the first part is going to be products that I want to use up in 2017, and then the second part of the video is going to be an update on the products that I tried to use up in 2016. So if you're only interested in one part of the video, I will have timestamps in the description box below so you can just jump ahead if you don't want to watch one entire part of the video. So last year I did a challenge with my friend L is for Living and a bunch of other channels to try to use up a bunch of products in 2016, and it was actually a lot of fun to challenge myself. I didn't really give it any thought. I mean, I gave it a little bit of thought, but I just pulled out a ton of products that I wanted to use up. I think there was like 30, which might sound like a ton to some of you, might not, but for me it was a lot, and I'll talk about that soon in this video because I struggled with some of the products. Some parts was really easy, like face products, and lip products were super difficult. It was a fun challenge last year because I feel like it taught me that makeup lasts a really long time. Like when you're using it up and you're using it every single day and you still have so much product left, it lasts a while, so you don't constantly need to keep purchasing makeup. At least this is what it taught me. I don't need to constantly buy every single eyeshadow palette that comes out, every single blush, every single new product, because I have so many products in my collection and I need to focus on using them up. That being said, I definitely still purchase a ton of makeup. I film YouTube videos, so I like to buy makeup, try it out, keep you posted, so I definitely have way more makeup than I need, and I definitely will continue to buy makeup in 2017, but I still wanted to challenge myself to use up some of the products that I have in my collection. I know there are a ton of people on YouTube that like focus on using up products. There's like a whole community. I don't know specifically what you would search for, like Project Pan. If you guys have any recommendations, let us know in the comments below, or any favorite YouTubers that are really great at using products up so we can check them out. So I'm going to jump into it, share with you guys these products. I'll do an update in 6 months, and then I'll do a final update at the end of the year. And then after I share with you guys what I want to use up in 2017, I will do a recap for 2016. So I'm talking so much, so let's just jump into it and I'll show you guys which products I want to use up this year. So I only chose one face primer this year. It is the CoverFX SPF 30 Protection Primer. I've had this one in my collection for a while, and if I don't use it this year, it's definitely going to be expired by the end of the year. It's probably nearing its expiration date, so I definitely want to try to use it up before it expires. It's just a good everyday primer, but honestly I haven't used it for a while, so I can't really remember if I like it or not, but I thought I would throw it in here and try to use it up. So as for foundations, I have the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I use this almost every single day, at least whenever I want a full coverage look. But the reason I chose this is because I did spend the money on it. I feel like it was around the $40 to $50 range, which is kind of expensive for me when it comes to a foundation. So since I did spend so much on it, I want to make sure I use it up, even if I change my mind about it halfway through the year. Probably not. It's kind of been my go-to, so I'm sure I won't have a problem using it up. I definitely want to use up my Hourglass Vanish Seamless Foundation. I forget the exact name, but I'm about halfway through with this. I'm kind of sad because it is a super expensive foundation, so if I have to repurchase it, I probably will be really sad about that, but I do have it. It was expensive, so I want to make sure I use it. I think I got it as like an Ipsy point perk, so I didn't personally spend the money on it, but it's just a good foundation. I'm sure I'll be able to use it up this year. I'm challenging myself to use up 2 of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealers. I have this one and then I have a backup. So again, since I spent the money on them, I definitely want to make sure I use them up. I mean, I feel that way about a lot of my makeup, but when I spend the money on a higher end product, I don't want it to go to waste just sitting in my collection. I want to make sure I use it and I get my money's worth. So I have 2 of these that I want to finish by the end of the year. Next thing is the Sexy Mama powder from theBalm. I've had this for the longest time, and it's just kind of been one of those products in my collection that goes between my everyday makeup drawer and back in my collection, back in my drawer, so I'm going to use it up this year. I have a little dent in it, but not anything too crazy, so I'm going to make sure this gets used. I have 2 bronzers. The first one is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I definitely haven't made a ton of progress on this. I use it a lot, and it's just a beautiful bronzer, so I wanted to challenge challenge myself to try to use it up this year. And the other one should be a little bit easier. It is Benefit's Hoola. I've already hit like significant pan on this bronzer, but I wanted to make sure that I completely finished it, and that would be crazy to me because I've never finished like a full bronzer before. I only have one blush. I don't think I actually even chose any blushes, bronzers, or highlighters this year, so this might, or last year, this might be a little bit of a challenge to me. This one is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Exposed. I've had this one for years, and I'm sure it's kind of getting to where I probably should toss it. I mean, it's really good. It hasn't changed scent or texture, but I wanted to try to use it up before it does expire because it is one of my favorites. And then I have the ColourPop highlighter in the shade Might Be. I think that this one might be a little bit of a challenge to me because I tried to use up a ColourPop eyeshadow last year, and it was really difficult. I mean, this is something that I wear really often. I use it as an eyeshadow like highlighter in between my, in my inner corner, under my brow bone, and I also use it as a highlighter on the face. So I feel like I might be able to use it up, but I definitely wanted to try to include it in this video. So I only chose 4 lip products this year because I had such a hard time using lip products last year. I think part of the reason was because I chose lip products I wasn't wearing all the time, so it was hard to kind of force them into my makeup routine. This time I chose 4 lip products that I really love and I wanted to make sure I used up. So the first one is the NARS Audacious lipstick in the shade Anna. I always say this is my favorite lipstick of all time, but I rarely wear it, and I think part of the reason is because I don't want to use it up. It was kind of expensive, but I've kind of gotten away from that mentality. Now I feel like if I spent the money, I better use it up because it was expensive. So I'm going to try to use this up. I've had it for maybe 2 years, and I've had lipsticks expire in the past, so I wanted to use this before it did expire, and I completely wasted my money. The next lipstick is the Mineral Fusion lipstick in the shade Nude. I got this one from iHerb, and it's just a beautiful color. I wear it really often, so I thought I could probably use it up by the end of the year because I do wear it so often. But we'll see. It is really hard to use up an entire lipstick because, especially if you're constantly wearing different lip colors all the time, but I'm going to challenge myself and use up both of those. I also have the ColourPop Lippie stick in the shade Aquarius. It's just one of my favorite nude lipsticks, so I thought I would include it. And the last one is the Buxom lip gloss in the shade Dolly. I've been wearing this every single day lately, and I feel like I've barely made a dent in it, which is great because it is a more expensive product, but I wanted to try to use it up because I have had it for a while, so I thought I would challenge myself with this one as well. Okay guys, last year I did challenge myself to use up an entire eyeshadow palette, and I did not use up the entire thing. I did really well. I made like such good progress that I surprised myself, but honestly I never wear the same eyeshadow look twice in a row, and I don't really want to switch that up just for the sake of using up products, so I didn't get a chance to finish the whole thing, but I was happy with the progress I made. Anyways, I'm challenging myself again. I'm going to try to use up this entire palette, or I'm at least going to try to hit pan on every single shade. So we'll see how it goes, but I chose another mini palette. So this one is the Smashbox Covershot Golden Hour eyeshadow palette, and I thought I could do it because it is on the smaller side. This is almost a brand new palette. I've barely used it. There are a lot of beautiful colors in this palette, so I feel like I could always incorporate at least 1 or 2 of these shadows into my routine, or create a lot of different looks using it. So I thought I would challenge myself. I'm going to do better than I did last year, and I did pretty good last year, so wish me luck with this one. So I actually have the same 3 eyeshadow primers as last year. Eyeshadow primers last forever. These are like the only primers that I used the entire year of 2016, and I didn't finish them. So my main 2 are the Urban Decay Primer Potion and the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Eyeshadow Primer. I almost finished both of these, so I definitely want to try to finish both of these in 2017. I'll be able to do it for sure. And then if I do finish those, my next goal will be to finish the Wet n Wild Fergie Primer. This one is still like, well, it's like half full. So I made really good progress last year, but there's so much primer in one of these tiny little tubes that it took me so long to even get close to finishing them. So I'm going to complete my goal from last year and finish them this year. I'm going to use up 2 of the Physicians Formula eyeliners because I'm currently working on this one and I have another one in my collection ready to go. So I am going to finish those this year. And then I have 3 mascaras. They're just mascaras that I recently shared in a haul video. The first one is the Essence Lash Princess. I'm actually going to use 2 of these because I have one that I'm working on and then a backup. the CoverGirl Supersizer, and Maybelline's Lash Sensational. So I am going to finish all three of these. I'm probably not going to try another mascara until I finish these. So those are all of the products that I'm going to try to use up this year. I will keep you guys updated in 6 months about how my progress is going, but I'm more determined to finish these products this year than I was last year because these are all products that I really do like, so I don't think I'll have trouble fitting them into my makeup routine. Okay, so now I'm going to chat about the products that I tried to use up in 2016 and share my progress. I did do a 6-month update and not a ton changed since then. I kind of slacked the second half of the year, I have to be honest with you guys, but I feel like I did a pretty good job for my first challenge. So a lot of these products I think are expired at this point, and then a few of them I'm just going to try to finish up along with the other products that I just included. So I did the best at using up face products. I used up every single face product except one. The only face product that I didn't use up was the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and the only reason is because it was way too dark for me the entire year. I thought that once I got a tan in the summer, it would match me, but it didn't match me at all, and at this point it is expired, it's separated. So I did a good job because I used up 2 of the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealers. I used up my CoverGirl 3-in-1 Foundation. I used up 2 of Benefit's Hello Flawless Powders, and I used up my Becca Dual Coverage Compact Concealer. The only product that I didn't get through was the Maybelline Fit Me, and actually I didn't get through my Tarte Poreless Face Primer. I'm so close. I feel like there are 2 or 3 uses left in this, but otherwise I did a really good job with face products. Lip products was a whole nother story. I feel like I struggle with lip products because I chose a lot of products that I was going to declutter from my makeup collection because I wasn't wearing them, so I don't know why I decided to try to use them up instead. If I wasn't wearing them in the first place, I don't think I was going to ever wear them. So I did not use up my NYX Butter Glosses. I have the shade Fortune Cookie and Vanilla Cream Pie. I really like these, but honestly these 2 colors just don't really work well for me, so I didn't reach for them a whole lot during the year, so unfortunately I didn't use these up. I also didn't use up my Tarte Maracuja Divine Shine Lip Gloss in the shade Blissful. Again, this just wasn't really a color that I reached for a lot throughout the year. I did make a really good dent in the Tokyo Milk Salted Caramel Lip Balm, but I didn't finish it up. I actually lost it for like 4 months during the year. I had no clue where it was, and then I finally found it. So I did make a really good dent in it. I think I will probably use it up by the end of 2017, so I'm going to put it in my 2017 pile as well. 2 lip products that I came close to using up were the Tarte Lip Surgeons Lip Gloss in the shade Envy and the Lorac Lips with Benefits in the shade Chuck. So I am going to add these to my 2017 pile, which is growing. I'm adding a few products to here, so hopefully I can still use everything up. And the last one was the Rimmel London Kate lipstick, and I don't think I actually even used this the entire year, which is such a fail. I mainly wore liquid lipsticks or lip glosses, so I don't think I even touched this one at all. So lip products were a little bit of a fail, but I think I'll do better this year. So moving on to eye products. I did not finish my Lorac Pro Matte Palette, but I did a really good job, and I'm proud of myself. So I did use up Bare, I almost finished up Linen, and then I hit pan on Corduroy. I'm super close to hitting pan on Latte, Pink Mauve, and Black. The only 2 that were not even close were Chocolate and Burgundy. So I didn't do a great job. I literally use this every single day, you guys, and I'm not kidding you when I tell you there is so much eyeshadow in one of these little palettes. I don't use a ton of shadow. I feel like I use a lot less shadow than some people. I don't know why that is, but I feel like my palettes take forever to get used up. I used it every single day, and some of the shadows don't even have like a little bit of a wear mark on them. So I'm just going to keep this in my collection and just kind of enjoy it from now on. I'm not going to try to completely finish it up because I am kind of sick of this palette for now, to be honest. I used up all of my mascaras, so Smashbox Full Exposure, Clinique High Impact, Tarte Gifted, 2 of the Stila Huge Extreme Lash, and the L'Oreal Voluminous Miss Manga. So I finished up all of those mascaras, which is awesome. I finished the NARS eyeshadow primer. It was just like a sample size. And I finished 2 of the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliners. I did not finish my Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil in 0 because I quit wearing black eyeliner on the waterline, which is where I would wear this. I don't think I've really worn it all year. I usually reach for like a metallic shade, a a nude shade, sometimes like a brown, but really never black anymore. So that is the reason why I didn't finish that. I was working on 2 different ColourPop on the rocks and I had no clue. I mean, one of them has a red sticker on it and I think I just assumed the red sticker fell off this one. I thought it was the same eyeshadow the entire year and it wasn't. I did hit pan on both of them. So in my mind, I'm going to say that I finished one up. I don't know how that possibly happened, but apparently I have 2 of them and I was consistently using both of them the entire year. And the last product is the e.l.f. Smudge Pot in the shade Back to the Basics. I definitely didn't finish this up. I really don't use the smudge pots on an everyday basis anymore. I think they're still really good products and I keep them in my collection for days when I want something like that. But I haven't really used a cream eyeshadow base in a really long time, so I didn't even come close to finishing this up. So I feel like I did a pretty good job in 2016. I used up most of the products other than lip products. But for my first challenge, I'm definitely happy with the results. I feel like it was awesome and so what is the word? Like fulfilling to use up so many products in my collection. At first I was really sad when I hit pan on something or I used it up because I figured I had to repurchase it. But a lot of you guys gave me the tip to like not repurchase it right away and try to use something else in your collection. And I feel like I saved a lot of money because I didn't repurchase a lot of these products. That's not to say I wouldn't repurchase them, but it's just been fun kind of trying out different products when I use one up. And I don't know, I love doing this challenge. So I want to hear from you guys or I want to see your videos. So if you are doing this in 2017, make sure to comment below with your video or just your progress because I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if you remind me from time to time, I will definitely keep you guys posted on Snapchat. Even if you don't remind me, I'll try to remind myself. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.